Hello everybody and welcome to your Guardian Angel Interactive Tarot reading. This reading is intended to help you understand something that isn't working out in your life, essentially what your guardian angel has been trying to protect you from, okay? Or the message that comes through can be about what your angels are trying to help you work through and overcome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards here, and these represent the angels that are coming through for you guys. So out of the 3, you decide which one of these is calling to you, as I will do 3 separate readings, one for each angel. So let's see which angels want to come through to talk to all of you guys, to help you out, to bring you love, encouragement, support, understanding, clarity. Because sometimes, my friends, when something's not happening, even though we think it's a really amazing thing or that's our path, it's not, and we're being protected by the rejection or the blocks, okay? So these are the 3 different angels that are coming through that want to bring messages to you guys. So go ahead and decide which one of these 3 is calling to you. I will start with this first card. Card 2 and 3 have timestamps in the description box below. So if you are most called and pulled to those, go ahead to those timestamps now. All right, so those of you that are filling this first card, let's see which angel is coming through to speak to us today. Oh, look at that. The angel of happiness, okay? This coming out tells me that different things that have blocked you, or, rejections, the happiness that you thought you would find down that path or with that person or in that job, in that pursuit, the achievement of a certain goal, it would not have been what you thought. It was a lot more empty than you anticipated or that you could possibly imagine. So a rejection feels really strong with this card for you guys. So if there is a rejection that you are really struggling to understand within and heal from and move on from, this is your guardian angel saying, I'm protecting you. I protected you. It's my job to protect you, and that was not your path. I don't care how pretty it looked, how great it seemed. It was the lion's den, and I protected you. You did not need the experiences, the heartache, or anything that would come with that path that you were so desiring. Next is an inability to find happiness, feeling really just empty inside. It doesn't mean like you're not laughing, you're not doing things in life. It's just you almost feel in a space of observing, going with the motions rather than truly participating. It's as though you're not present, your energy doesn't feel grounded despite your efforts. It's not like your mind is wandering off anywhere else or anything like that. It's just that you feel this void, this emptiness within, and it could be attached to something that you've lost, or it could just be you don't even know why. You're like, I'm just at this point in life and I just feel empty. I don't know what I want. I don't know what would make me happy. Sometimes you could just cry or get really emotional out of nowhere and you don't understand it. So you are really struggling and working through finding your true happiness. What is your true path? So this first angel coming through, it's all about your true path and your true happiness, okay? So let's pull some more cards. I'm going to pull a card from the Dark Mirror, and this is to talk about, what you're trying to overcome, work through, a wound that exists within you, and this is what your guardian angel wants to help you out with and help you work through. Okay, so we have Downcast Pride. Now, with this coming out, oh man, some of you, the rejection that you have suffered is enormous. and this could run really deep, like all the way back to childhood with parents or grade school. This could be associated to a specific romance, somebody that just really strung you along and pulled the rug right out from underneath you, like you never saw it coming. This right here is where the life is literally like sucked out of you. The wind is kicked out of you based on the letdown, the slamming of the door, the rejection, just the, bottom falling out from underneath you, this here. And because of this energy, many of you who are struggling to feel present, to feel like your energy is grounded, like you're participating in life opposed to just kind of going along with it, you are very disconnected from your emotional body. Even though you're still feeling emotions, you are very disconnected because the way that whatever this is attached to hurts you, it hurts you so deeply, and you might not even be aware of it at this point, just depending on how long ago this happened in your life. Because the things that hurt us the most, if we struggle to like understand and heal, it's like we close ourselves off to that experience, that emotion, all of it, and it just exists in this void. All right, well, all things in the darkness eventually have to come to light. And this here, your guardian angel is letting you know it's time to pull this out and face it and deal with it, filter through it, allow yourself to heal and move on from it, because you are mentally and emotionally strong enough at this point. Perhaps when this first happened, it just was too much. It was too shocking, too severe for you to fully experience it and work through it and come into a place of clarity and then forgiveness and healing. People act like forgiving and healing is such an easy thing. I mean, there's so many fluffy quotes out there, and I am one of those fluffy quotes. I will own it all day long, okay? But I will be fair, because I know that true forgiveness and healing is so incredibly hard. It takes so much mental strength, emotional strength, courage to get through that, to grow from that, to come out of a place when it was so unfair, so unjust, to be like, all right, this happened to me and I'm going to move on from it, and I'm not going to stop right here where this happened and let this define me going forward. Even though I'm broken down, I'm in a million pieces, I have a lot of work to do to get myself back together. It's such a hard thing. And that's why in my readings, I am so incredibly positive on my Instagram, on my Facebook, because in my dark moments along my journey, it was those other super fluffy, cheesy people and quotes that were in a high vibration of energy that reminded me that yes, this is where I need to be. Yes, I can be that. Yes, I can lift myself up out of this. And so, I will always be excited and fluffy, but I want you to know I recognize the other side of that and how difficult it is, just some of the things that happen to us, to move through them. And that's what your guardian angel is really bringing through for you right now, is the acknowledgement of that, but also saying it's now time to work through this, whatever this is. And with the pride there, it's like the ego plays a trick on you, and I'm going to, let's disconnect from our heart space, because that's what got us in trouble in the first place, when that's not the truth at all. It's, we all live and learn, every single person gets duped. Even the most intuitive, sensitive person will be fooled and tricked, because it's a part of growing and learning. And once you go through it, you spot it, right? We are a product of our experiences, and it's truly up to us on how we harness those experiences and allow ourselves to be victim or allow ourselves to be champion. And you know what? In all fairness, we're all a victim at some point. We truly are. And when we are in that space, It's because we are mentally and emotionally weakened from what has happened, what we have experienced, and it takes some time to move through that and to heal and to understand and to come into a higher perception and make the choice that despite this, I am not going to stop being me. I'm not going to lose the best parts of me, you know? And you guys, your guardian angel is so strong talking about this, bringing this through. Whatever this is that really hurt you or rejected you, has left you in this space where you know, and this is general. So some of you feel this, you know, just in one specific little area of yourself. And for others of you, this is a much bigger scope of issue and emotion and really being disconnected, just kind of going through life, not experiencing, not being a part of, because we're so separated from our emotional body because of the hurt, the heartache, you know, the wound that was put within. And, you know, some of you with the pride, it could be where you want to tell yourself, this doesn't hurt me, this doesn't define me, but you feel it. It's still a part of you. It still is an anchor as you try to move forward. And your guardian angels are coming in and saying, listen, it's time. We're going to help you heal. We're going to help you move through this, filter through this. You're going to rise. Your consciousness is going to expand. You're going to be so free because your happiness, your true path, finding your place in this world, you know, what is meant for you, it's time for that. So I'm going to pull a card here for your chakra and see which chakra is the most affected and impacted by this here, where you can focus and start doing some work. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so this is your third eye, and this is visualization. Okay, so your third eye chakra is impacted and affected, you know, by this wound, this setback, this rejection, you know, because it deeply impacted you, whether you wanted it to or not, you know, because sometimes that's part of the healing process, is taking that ownership of, yeah, this really hurt me, and I, you know, wow, it's hard to say that, you know, it is. It's like, no, I'm going to be tougher and stronger. And so this coming out, many of you, your intuition and your, those of you who are incredibly spiritual, spiritually awakened to your gifts within, there's a hindrance to that. Your perception is blocked somewhat because, again, it's like this anchor, and if you want to look at it energetically, it's like it encompasses you, okay? And that's why some of you feel disconnected, like you're just kind of observing life rather than participating in it, feeling like you belong within it, all right? And this could be some of you a life of a lot of rejection, okay? We all have different karmic histories. We are all here to learn different things. We're at different points of evolution, every one of us. And whatever that, man, I feel like as soon as this is like worked through and truly healed inside of you, there is no stopping you. Some of you may not even be aware of the level of awareness you have consciously, psychically, okay? Because this is just like I said, it just encompasses you. It keeps you apart from life. I'm dying to try to explain it in a different way than that. But when it's like just coming to me and not my story, nothing I know about, it's really hard to articulate beyond the immediate of what I'm picking up. And yeah, it's like this invisible energy that surrounds you, and it's like you're in this bubble, and you can see things, you can sense things, you can feel things, but there's an element of distortion to it because of that energy. And also in that space, the happiness, you're very disconnected from your true path, from what you truly want, what you truly desire, because after this is like worked through and healed and overcome, what you want, what you desire, what you reach for, you may find is going to be very, very different, all right? And those of you where you know, you really believed that you were meant to do a certain thing, go down a certain path, be with a certain person, and you feel like you got incredibly burned, that may have separated you from your connection with spirit. Like, we're always connected, but our consciousness awareness of that level of connection is like it disconnected. You may have felt very angry and upset with spirit, with the universe, like this is so unfair. Some of you, it could even have been like there was some spiritual, like maybe mediums, card readers, just different people saying, yes, this is your path, this is your path. You were feeling it intuitively, like, and so you're like, I was led so astray, and I just, you know, there's this element of lack of trust, lack of belief, this wanting to believe, you know, in all that you know, but there's also equal amounts of lack of belief because of the, like, the rejection, the shock, the rug like being pulled right out underneath you. And now there's a fear of like, I don't even want to dream, I don't even want to open my heart, I don't want to desire, I don't want to be burned ever again like that. And if I don't feel and I don't want, then it will never happen to me again. And your guardian angels are coming in and they're like, okay, the time has come, and we're going to help you heal. We're going to help elevate your consciousness so you see all of this from a different perception, and in that higher space you see your true path, where your true happiness lies. And believe it or not, there will be a point that you find a lot of gratitude and happiness within yourself, that what you were originally reaching for did not work out for you because of the path that you are now on. So let's pull some tarot cards. And also, because that's third eye coming out, I highly recommend doing some meditations, either awaking or while you're asleep. There's tons of them for free on YouTube to help balance this space of yourself, okay? Because it's almost like some of you shut that part of yourself off because, you know, the truth is too much. It's when it's not what we want. I don't know, this is so convoluted, what's coming through. Not surprised though, because, you know, third eye, and there's this distortion going on. So listen, meditations to help with third eye, all right? Also, Reiki would be really good. Look into working with some crystals. You can work with them by yourself. Just go online, find out, you know, which crystals are for different chakras and also to help you overcome certain things. I did not believe in crystals for the longest time, and then I got the right crystal given to me at the right point on my journey, and I felt the power of it. I was not vibrationally or consciously in the place to feel that energy prior to that point. And so some of you, even if you're like, oh, that's stupid, crystals, meditation, Reiki, all that nonsense, just give it a try. You never ever know. It's really a matter of where you're at vibrationally, what resonates with you and what doesn't. And, you know, the more you clear and expand, you may find that things that did not resonate with you in the past, now you feel very much a match to. All right, so let's pull some tarot. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. This here could be a confirmation for those of you who are a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, but also for the rest of you, this is talking about that emotional body and that disconnection, especially to the divine feminine aspect of yourself, which is your compassion, your sensitivity, your empathy, okay, and disconnection because of what hurt you or rejected you. Wheel of Fortune, and now look at that. It's the time has come to move beyond this, to overcome this, to heal from this, because better awaits you. Your true happiness awaits you. Yeah, because look at there, we got the Chariot. Victory, long, hard fought victory is yours. The war within, right? And the Hanged Man, look at that, higher perception, shift in consciousness, the blocks, the delays, the sacrifice, and this here is that divine intervention from your guardian angels where they're saying, you were blocked or it went down the way that it did for your ultimate protection. And now they are helping you to come into this understanding and perception for yourself. And last out is justice. Yes, yes. The scales are balancing karmically for you. Also inside within yourself, the time has come to heal and move on from whatever this is for you personally, okay? This is a general reading, so the way this impacts each and every one of you is quite different. And I love that you've got all major arcana except for one court card here, which is going back to that divine feminine energy and that disconnection from the heart space, from the emotional body. And it's time for that to change. And you don't have anything to fear, okay? Because you are so being led to your true path, your true happiness. And what rejected you, where you were blocked, what didn't work out before, was honestly divine intervention and protection, even if it didn't feel that way or look that way. Because look what sits right next to that, justice. It's like, no, what was further down that path was not meant for you. It would have been even more unfair than what you experienced, what you went through. And now the time has come for you to rise up, okay, and to be reintegrated with your heart space and to shed all of this energy that's held you down, has encompassed you, distorted your intuition and your connection with others, grounding your energy, feeling present, feeling happy, you know, feeling the excitement of the future and what could be and what could come and what could happen for you. The time is now, and your angels have just painted such a beautiful picture through all the cards and everything that I have received in your reading. So let's pull a blessing card. And we have a blessing for unity where once there was division. Oh, look at that. Is that not the most perfect blessing based upon this whole message of this reading? And there you go. Yes, it is time to connect to all of yourself, your heart space, your spiritual gifts, and believe in happiness. And that, you know, even though what you've been through was hard, you've got to trust that, you know, what walked away from you, what rejected you, what hurt you, that forced you away from it, it was divine intervention, because what was down the path further was so much worse. You didn't see it. You were spared. Just please trust that and know that. And the time has come now for the balance to return in your life, okay? So those are your messages from your guardian angels from that first card that came out. So I hope that this has helped, brought you some clarity and some healing, and I am wishing you all the best. Take care. Hello there. So let's see for you guys which guardian angel is coming through for the second choice. We have the Angel of Solitude. All right, so this being the guardian angel coming through, wanting to talk to you, two things with this. First of all, some of you, it is time for a solitude journey. It's time for you to go on a spiritual quest within yourself to help you truly find the direction and guidance that you've so desperately been seeking. There's a lot of external influences and forces that you're absorbing into your own energy field, and a lot of the ideas that you maintain in your mind, you're gonna find that those really aren't your beliefs or your ideas, or you don't resonate with that the more that you are in seclusion. So some of you, as much as you don't want to hear it, your guardian angel is talking about, you know, it's time for a solo journey. And some of you may already be in that process and you're like, why am I alone? Why am I being rejected at every turn? And your angel is saying to you, because sometimes you know, we all have to walk alone so that we really find and discover who we are. And I can attest to this to you guys. You know, when I was young, I was a poor kid, so I wasn't exactly popular in grade school. But, you know, things turned around in junior high and high school, and then, you know, all through my 20s, I was a very popular person, I would say, very social, lots of friends, you know, lots of activities going on in my life. And then it's like 34 came, and the world stopped turning for me. And I wasn't exactly happy about that. I lost a lot of friends, like people like just stopped wanting to be my friend. But in all fairness, that's around the time I started to become quite spiritual and awaken to my true divinity. And those of you attracted to this second card, that's what's going on in your life, okay? It's time for some solitude for you. It is seriously a spiritual quest your guardian angel is bringing forth. And so, you know, you've been walking alone. And sometimes this is years. I could tell you it's years, okay? But at this point in my life, looking back on my solitude path, I will say it's everything I needed. It's nothing that I wanted. I kicked and screamed the whole way through. Eventually, I came into a place of acceptance. And once you're in that space of acceptance, everything becomes quite different, okay? And a lot of just, it's like there's so much going on in your life that's not who you are. And it may be that you're a very tolerant person, you're a very giving person, you're a very caring, compassionate person. You might be somebody who gives to a fault, actually, all right? You have a love for humanity within your heart and soul, and you just want to connect. You want to be a part of things. You want to be a part of like your soul tribe. You want to find where you truly belong, where you are loved and honored and you fit in all the way around, okay? Because with this, there's some element, some aspect that's just not who you are, that it was present in your life or is currently present in your life, and it's really not in alignment with who you are. So your guardian angel is saying those who have fallen away, those doors that have closed where you have been rejected, it's all divine intervention, you know, kind of like taking away all these different options and putting you on a very narrow path. And it's not that your free will is being messed with at all. Which you are asking for at the deepest part of you, at your core, requires this spiritual quest that your guardian angel is now calling you to and helping you walk through, okay? What you've been asking for at the deepest part of you, in order for that to manifest, to be, to unfold in its full glory, to your highest expectation and beyond, you need this spiritual quest. You really need to discover who you are at your core. And I promise you, who you think you are when you begin it is not who you're going to discover yourself to be by the end of your journey. It's just you're going to become somebody else entirely, a much more authentic version of who you are. And it's not to say that you are a phony or that you've been pretending. It's to say that with this, your angel is saying a lot of what you do is based upon others' expectations of you, and it's not really the core essence of you and your happiness. This reading, I'm really feeling a lot of givers. Like, I just want to give, I want to love, I want to connect, I want to do the right thing, I want to be a good person, and despite all your best efforts, it's like you constantly feel that it doesn't work out. The other shoe drops, there's rejection, or it just kind of works out, you know. And your guardian angel is saying, it's time for all the distractions to fall away out of your experience, and take my hand and let's walk together down this path. Let me show you the magic and the wonders of you and your divinity and who you are and all the majesty and magic that is just like, sorry, sometimes I struggle when I'm trying to like pull in like just the depth of what I feel coming through. And for you guys, you have no idea how amazing you are, the magic that you are, the true divinity, the unique, rare nature, the soul signature of you, your unique vibration. You're not aware of it into its full capacity, and your guardian angel wants to lead you on this path to discover you, to see your own face. And in that process, you fall in love with yourself for just exactly what you are, no more, no less. True authenticity. And that's what you need. Whatever it is you're asking for, whatever it is you're reaching for, I promise you, this spiritual quest is what needs to happen to get you there. So let's pull a card to see, this is more of like the darker energy, negative things that you have to heal and overcome. And this is partly why we must go on this spiritual quest. The temple of my body. Look at that. That is right there. Falling in love with yourself, discovering your divinity. Many of you, I don't care if you're drop dead gorgeous, okay? I have never met a person ever that truly is 100% secure and 1,000% in love with themselves, just the way they are. Not one person, not even myself. Okay, there's things about myself that I would love to change physically, and even I work on that, saying this is just my physical body, this is my avatar, my vessel for this world. I must love and honor it as it is. It's perfect in its form, whether it's a size 0 or a size 20. All right, I've been both of those sizes, so I can say that it's seriously. Love yourself. This is a big part of what this solitude soul quest is about. And next card is the triumph of lies. The lies that we tell ourselves and the lies that others tell us that we believe about ourselves. So pretty much everything I was picking up on in the Angel of Solitude, right here, it's confirmed in these two cards. And that's why you must go on this solitude journey, because there's so much that you think and feel about yourself and ways you go about doing your daily that's not even about you. It's about the preservation of relationships and the pleasing of other people, and truly from like the most earnest part of you wanting to be a good, beautiful energy in this world and, leave people better than, when you met them. So here, in all of that, there may have been a part of this journey where you lost sense of self, lost sense of worth and value and your true divinity, and your guardian angel coming in so strong saying, oh no, I'm about to remind you of who and what you are exactly. And it's so much grander and bigger than you believe of yourself. And it's time that you know the truth of yourself, because you deserve much more happiness in your life. What you give out, you're not getting it back. You're not receiving it back. And so you're like think of like a pitcher of water, okay? And you're constantly watering everybody and everything, and you get dry, you run dry, and then it's like there's nothing that fills you back up, okay? And the reason for that is not because you're not worthy or that you don't deserve or anything like that. Your guardian angel is saying that a lot of what you believe in your mind about yourself, like at the depth of you, is more about like the service to others without the appreciation in return. And your guardian angel wants to shift that within you, and is taking you on this solitude journey so you can truly know your worth and value. And in that space, it doesn't mean that your heart isn't giving anymore, but you're far more selective about how much you give, and there's no longer giving beyond your capacity, okay? Because you only have so much to give, and you've got to preserve yourself first always, or there's nothing you have for another. And that's part of what you're learning and discovering and experiencing along this solitude journey. And I will tell you this, through mine, through the process of that, I realized how many friendships and romantic relationships I had that the people didn't really care about me and who I was. And I had no concept of that in the process, okay? You know, as learning and growing as we all do. And through my solitude journey, I learned what true love was, unconditional love, what real friendship was. And I learned it with me in spirit, not interacting with other people. And so our perceptions get so convoluted based on our experiences and encounters with those that we consider near and dear and true to us. And, you know, those of us that start out in abusive, neglectful situations as children, you know, you don't have the concept of what real love is. It's not that you don't feel it, but you're more likely to put up with bad, toxic, negative behavior that you do not deserve, and have this desire to give and to please, and, you know, whatever it takes, whatever it takes, whatever it takes, because of that. And so whatever's happened in your life that's gotten you mixed up about you, your worth, your value, what you deserve, your guardian angel is about to make it all clear for you and help you heal and bring you into the perception of your true worth and value as a human being, as a divine soul. You are no less than any other person, regardless of what you've done. There is no human on this earth that hasn't like sinned, okay, or made mistakes or done really stupid things and regrets it. We all screw up. We all make mistakes. And, you know, the ones that can't take accountability and own up to it are the ones that typically hold everyone else to a yardstick that they couldn't even measure up to. And I think a lot of you have encountered those type of connections and relationships throughout your life and your journey. So without even realizing it in your own mind and your own subconscious, it's like you value yourself less than others. You see yourself less than others. It's like, and you know, some of you may be coming into an awareness of that. Really starting to feel hurt and defeated and sad. Like, why am I not loved? Why don't I get back when I give out all those things? And your guardian angel is saying it's because you don't know who you are, so you accept less than you truly deserve. And I want to take you on this journey to remind you, to show you, so that you can have a different life, a different experience, one of which is worthy of you and not less than you. And that's what this is all about. So let's pull a chakra card here and see which chakra is most affected, you know, with all of this going on. And that's where you want to focus on doing some work, some meditation, some crystal work, some Reiki. Lots of free resources on YouTube for that, or just the internet in general. Oh, look at that. We have got the heart chakra, inner child. Yep, this, I'm not surprised to see this, honestly. This is you, that beautiful sweetness, that giver, that person that wants to please, just wants to be a good, beautiful soul. There you are. But you've encountered so many experiences and people that just like push that beautiful innocence and purity like down into you. And oh, listen, with this coming out, your guardian angel wants to help heal your heart. Oh my goodness. Heal you deep down. And with the inner child, I do feel some of you, the different experiences and relationships that you accept and tolerate is because you don't know different from your childhood. And yes, as you grow into an adult, you can know in your logical mind from right from wrong, good from bad, all of those things. But to really know it in your soul of your divinity and what you deserve and don't deserve is a whole different ball game that many people, whether they were abused in childhood or not, struggle with, okay? So it's not like you're deficient or anything like that, or that you don't know what love is. What I'm saying is your subconscious mind was programmed that you must please and you must give in order to be loved. It's not something that just happens. It's something that's earned, something you have to work for. And so in that way of being, of vibrating, of energy. You know, that's the relationships you attract throughout life. And your guardian angel is saying, you do not deserve this. You are so freaking precious. Oh my goodness, especially that coming out, the innocence, the light, the purity of your soul. The whole world needs that. Like, so many people in this world could take a note and a lesson from you, but most people are, you know, only concerned with self. They can't see beyond their own nose. And when somebody who can comes into their path, into their life, instead of being an inspiration, they take all they can and then they move on and discard. And I feel like you've really been through that more than one time throughout your journey in this life. And the time has come where your spirit guides, your angels, God himself is like, no more. You are my beautiful child of light, and I brought you here to shine and to be an inspiration and to, you know, just be a beacon of my light, of my divinity. And it's time for you to be on that path. It's time for people to see you for what you are, to see you for what you deserve, and not look at like, oh, let me take from. Because even though, you know, you've encountered a lot of people that take from and then discard, don't think they, you know, just forget about you, because you are something special. I know it with that coming out. You are something special, and your guardian angel is about to bring you into that realization and help rewrite that subconscious programming of your mind that you deserve exactly 100% which you give out to others. And unconditional love is not the acceptance of, you know, just unconditional bad behavior. Oh no. Unconditional love is the awareness where you love yourself enough and that person enough to say, listen, this is toxic and we need to separate. It doesn't mean I stop loving you. It doesn't mean our bond isn't there. It means that this is not healthy for either one of us. This is a destructive, toxic thing. And until this changes, this behavior, you know, nope, can't do it, because, you know, what is toxic destroys, and that's not unconditional love. Self-sacrifice is not unconditional love. There is compromising and giving, and I get it, but continually self-sacrificing to the point of your detriment is not unconditional love, and that is not fair, you know, for anybody to expect that or ask that of you. So just keep that in mind. Now let's pull some tarot and get some more insight here. Well, okay. They just jumped right on out. And it looks like we got exactly how many we needed, which was 5. Okay. So we have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, see, look at, that's you, okay? And that's everybody that you help and that you've been there for that has burned you. But this is how I know you're special. Because of everything that you've been through, you are still standing, okay? All of these people, if they'd been through a fraction of what you've been through, they would have fallen and perished and disappeared by now, okay? You are a very strong, special soul. Next out is the Knight of Cups. Could be water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this is just your guardian angel letting you know this is, you know, on this solitude journey, this spiritual quest, I'm leading you back into this space, into your emotional body, into your heart space. Look at that. Queen of Cups. Yes, and there is the transition of energy, the changing in your subconscious programming of here at the Knight, you know, less than the Queen, right? Accepting less than you actually deserve. Next out is the Magician. Do you see that? Do you see how special you are, how magical you are? You are a light of the divine. Whether you're religious or not, believe in spirit or not, it doesn't matter. Your soul is your soul, and it's had many lifetimes before this one, and your level of consciousness is earned by you, and nobody can take that from you, regardless of the body you inhabit or the life you were born into. You are a highly evolved soul, and there is magic about you. You can make things happen, and that's why you're so giving and sharing, because you feel like there's this infinite supply of energy and love that pulsates through you, and that's absolutely the truth. But now it's time for you to get back from your connections what you put into them. And lastly, yes, we have the Hierophant right there. Some of you also could be a Taurus with that, but that's the divine intervention. That's the spiritual quest that you must walk on, okay, to help you really balance out your emotional body. And you need rewriting of your subconscious programming about love and your divinity and your worth. I would highly recommend for all of you to listen to self-love affirmations while you sleep. Think it's cheesy, think it's corny, but I'm telling you what, nothing in this world has ever helped me more with anything I am really working through, to overcome than affirmations while I sleep. I don't know, I can't tell you the power of them or why they work or whatever, but for me, they do. And just based on everything I've seen in this reading, I would highly recommend each and every one of you listening to them, so that your subconscious program can be rewritten and your worth and your value. You have a lot of work to do. Honestly, I feel like many of you have a spiritual calling and spiritual path as well this lifetime, and this part of this solitude journey is helping you awaken to that aspect of yourself. Really go from like maybe amateur or novice into like master, like all the wisdom and things from previous lifetime awakening into your conscious mind now. Like definitely many of you have a spiritual calling this lifetime as well. Okay, so I'm going to pull a blessing here for you guys. And we have a blessing for a fresh start. That's a beautiful blessing to end this reading. That's what's coming into your life. That's what this solo journey spiritual quest is about. You're going to be somebody completely different on the other side of this, with much better connections where you truly feel like you fit in, and all your love and energy is returned to you in equal proportion. All right. So I hope that this reading has, helped bring some clarity and some healing your way. And I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello there. So those of you attracted to this last card, let's see what's coming through and what your guardian angel would like to bring to your attention. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have the Angel of Balance. Now, with this, there's a whole bunch of different things that this could be talking about that your guardian angel wants to bring to your attention. But first and foremost, what I get from this is, for many of you that were attracted to this third card, something happened in your life where you were so blindsided that it just shook you to your core. It's like somebody or a situation lied, like it was smoke and mirrors. You never saw it coming. And what they did, what happened, just like threw you completely off kilter, like out of balance big time within yourself, okay? And so that there, listen, the reason why it happened so abruptly, like you discovered some truth quite shockingly, like almost a tower moment here with this card, is because if it didn't come that severe, you might be inclined to try to maintain this relationship or work through a situation that it's attached to. It's like a person or situation where this happened, okay? And it was in no way in your highest good to have any sort of further affiliation or connection to the situation or a person. And that's why it happened so shockingly, okay? And just and the effect of that really threw you out of balance, stunned you, dazed you. You could still really be in the struggle of trying to make sense of it all and, find a way to like trust again or find your footing, okay, with this coming through. Others of you with this angel of balance, there could be a whole lot of different things going on in your life, and it's like you try to do this, try to do that, and trying to make things better for yourself, and it's like you're just getting a shut door everywhere you reach, or like nobody's there to lend a helping hand, and you're like, what the heck, like, angels, where you at? I need you, I need you. Your guardian angel's coming through right now saying, I am here. I am walking with you. Things are going to balance out. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this energy that you are dealing with and you're working through. So let's pull a card from the Dark Mirror Oracle to get an idea, a deeper idea about what this energy is, that threw you so far out of balance, the shock of it all. All right, so we have envious gluttony. Okay, so many of you, this could have been somebody who, was a friend to you, or you viewed them as a friend to you, and they just, out of nowhere, screwed you over, stepped on you, took what they wanted, and totally discarded you, okay? And here's the saddest part of all of this. That person, if this is a person for you, they were jealous of what you had. I almost feel like some of you, this was like a person who said they were your friend and like seemed like your biggest fan, like, but in the end, it's like they only learned you so that they could eventually use it against you. Because the whole time through, it's like they're jealous of what you had, who you are, what you've accomplished in your life, what you look like. There's a whole slew of reasons why somebody's jealous of another person. And your guardian angel wants you to know, like, what they did, it's not like you deserve that or you are a bad person or not worth anything. It's just from the beginning, they had an ulterior motive, a different agenda to you. And, again, the reason why things had to happen so abruptly is because this person is very likely to try to come back into your reality at some point in the future. And your guardian angel is like, oh no, that person is no good. They are toxic. They vibrate on a lower degree than you, and they will only always pull you down, okay? And so if, it was not so severe and emotionally impactful and shocking, again, you would be inclined to try to have, no bad blood between the two of you, or maybe even preserve the relationship. This could have been a romance, this could have been a coworker, this could have been a boss, this could have been a family member, okay? But for some of you, I know you really got screwed over, and your guardian angel wants to help you make sense of that and understand why it had to hit you so hard and so severely, because again, you would be inclined to maintain connection with that person or a situation, and it's truly not in your best interest at all whatsoever. Also, because of what you went through, whether you realize it or not right now, it made you a wiser individual, and there's certain things like subtleties, subconscious things that you don't even realize that you are picking up on about people and situations where it like will cause you to make a different choice or handle things differently in the future. And again, this isn't really a conscious thing, okay? You truly have grown wiser from this experience, and right now in your logic mind, it may be like, oh, I cut people off, I don't want to feel, I want to disconnect, screw this is never happening to me again. But your angel is going to walk with you and help you work through that and help heal that wound inside of you, all right? Big time going to help you, because again, that didn't happen to you because of bad karma or that you're not a person that's worthy. It's the severity of it was to make you like a clean break, so you would really push away from that person, that situation, and anything along that vibration throughout your life in the future, okay? Really understand that. And some of you, I think, are learning a lesson of like, you can't be everybody's friend. Not everybody has good intention. You could have a beautiful heart and you just accept people for who and what they are. And therefore you just assume that other people have the same vibe as you, right? Well, this person or situation, no. And you're not the first person that this has happened to by this person or situation, okay? Now, for others of you, where it's like you've got all of this stuff going on and you're trying to find your balance and you're trying to find your sanity. A lot of the doors that close or won't open, or the rejection that you're facing, and it's like you feel like you're walking on your own, and can I handle all of this? Can I do all of this on my own? You are so much stronger and wiser than you know. And a lot of the places that you've been reaching for help are honestly beneath your vibration and would actually pull you down. And your angel is like, I really want to open your mind and expand you so you can see what you truly deserve. And once you start reaching for what you deserve, that's what's going to come in. But with you keep reaching down, it's not going to work out, because it will only pull you down. And your guardian angel's job is to help you evolve and elevate, okay? And so really trust your path and everything that's happened and the way that it's unfolded. Ask your angel, say, okay, if I'm reaching down, what is reaching up? Because sometimes that doesn't make sense, right? What is reaching up? What should I be reaching for? What should I be striving for and believing about in myself? And your angel will show you, okay? Because each and every one of you is on a different path, and the way that this resonates for you is different. So ask your angel to show you the way, to show you what reaching up is, opposed to what you're currently reaching for, because you deserve so much more than where you're at and what you accept. It's like it's time for you to rise. And again, you know, the rug being pulled out from underneath you, it has made you a wiser human individual. Even if you don't feel like it, it has. So let's pull a card here to see which chakra is most impacted and affected by this, and you know where you should focus your energy to help heal yourself and move beyond the current struggles that you're facing. All right, so we have the solar plexus chakra, and look at that. Self-mastery. And that there, my friends, is knowing your worth, knowing your divinity, knowing your personal power, and reclaiming your personal power, having a very healthy balance with, you know, ego as well as heart space. That's you. That's the process that you're in right now, okay? Is that self-mastery, becoming very empowered in self, so much so that no rug could be ripped out from underneath you again. Also, with self-mastery, a lot is piled on you as you move through the process of growing and learning and expanding in that, okay? And what you realize is the load never gets lighter, you just get stronger. And the more you come into that realization, it's so empowering, because you realize what you're capable of, and that, you know, all these times you thought you needed XYZ or you needed somebody to help you, you didn't. You did it all on your own. And it's very empowering to come into that realization, okay? And that's where you're at. And anything, again, where it just, boom, knocked the wind out of you, it does not belong in your journey. You are rising and expanding more at a rapid pace than you realize. And again, it's like, don't reach down, don't reach down. It's time for you to reach up for what you're asking for, what you accept for yourself, especially in regards to your relationships in your life, your friends, your closest companions, all of it. So let's pull some tarot. All right, so we have the Six of Wands. Yes, it is time for you to be in situations and relationships where you are recognized, you are honored for who and what you are, and not envied or like somebody trying to pull you down or tear you down because they can't handle you know, that you have what you have and you've worked for what you have. You deserve what you have. Nobody has the right to try to take that from you. Yeah, because look at next, the Chariot. That right there, long, hard fought victory that is 1,000% owed to you. And so you got the Six of Wands and the Chariot. That is such a victory. And again, it comes from your own energy, your own effort, a battle, a war that you wage. You wage within yourself, you wage within your experience, and you overcome it. You evolve and expand. It becomes such a bigger, more empowered soul than ever before. Okay, wow, this is so powerful. Yeah, because look at that. Now we have the Nine of Wands. Did you see him lifting that barbell over his head? Look at that. That is you. You have, oh, through this whole process, you've become so strong and powerful. You're just not quite aware of all of it yet, but your guardian angel is moving you into that awareness and that knowing. And it's like, once you know, then you aren't going to reach beneath you ever again, and you're not going to have sympathy for victim mentality or people and their, you know, repetitive bad luck. Like, you're gonna be like, no, you bring that to yourself. You don't change. You don't do anything to better yourself. And I know it for sure now, because I know my journey. I know what I've been doing, and I know what it takes. And how dare you try to take it from me? I have earned this, and I am strong, and you will not win. You will not prevail against me. Yeah, because look at, now we got the Two of Wands, and see that? He's standing on top of the world with a wand in both of his hands. Very balanced energy. That's what you are moving into. That's what your guardian angel is helping you with. And lastly, the Page of Cups. There it is. The reignition of the heart space, of the emotional body, the healing coming in, you know, where you felt like the wind was just like punched right out of you, sucked right out of you. It's right there, the restoration. These last two cards talk about that, the balance returning in your mind and in your heart, as well as in your physical reality. And then in that restoration, that return of balance, there's this ignition to your emotional body that you may have been aware of before, or maybe this is a whole new spectrum of feeling and sensing and being that you never had access to before within yourself. Okay, but this journey, this, you know, process that you've been on, it's changed you in so many different ways. So listen, everything you've been going through, honestly is to show you how strong and amazing you are, and for you to reach out and reclaim your personal power, stand up for yourself, and stomp on those who try to oppress you or come against you. They are small and you are big, and it's like allowing the perception in your mind to shift to see that, like, on top of the world, you are big. Know that, okay? So I'm going to pull a card here to see what your blessing is. A blessing on a homecoming. Oh, very nice. Yes, look at that. This is coming home to the true essence and divinity of yourself, but also after you complete this cycle and you are in your full empowerment, the homecoming, the return of the emotional body, the connection to your soul tribe where you truly belong, no longer reaching down, but equality in your connections, in your relationships, no longer feeling like you need to protect or guard yourself, or that, you know, you're only looked at for what you have and not for what exists within your heart and soul. That's all changing, okay? After your angel has helped you through this process, that's where you're headed, into that utter connection, heart, mind, and soul with other people, friendships, family ships, romances, okay? No longer tolerating discord, imbalance, distorted energy, believing in the best in everybody just because, you know, that's the golden rule. Truly seeing, you know, the intention and the heart space of everybody you encounter. And even if in their heart space you can see the damage and you understand why they're mean and they want to take, it doesn't matter anymore. You're like We're all on our own journeys here, and I will just shine and hold the space for you, but I'm not going to give you a handout, and I'm not going to let you take advantage of me. I will shine for you, and I will hold the space, and it's up to you to do the work and join me, because you know that, because you've been doing the work. And once you've put in the work and you've done it for yourself, it doesn't mean that you no longer have empathy for others. It's just you understand things in a different way. Your consciousness has expanded, and you know the work and energy and effort it took you to get to where you are. And I'm not talking about in life. I'm talking mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because that's part of the journey just as much as our physical reality and who we are and what we become. Once you put in all that work and you know what it takes, you will not be hearing it from anybody who wants to cry and whine and think that they're owed by life. You'd be like, no, nobody's owed by life. Life is a gift, and you have to work for and strive for what you truly want, and nothing is handed. And if it's handed, it's not worth it. It's not. It's truly not, right? And you know that based on the journey you've been on, because your victories and your successes that are just ahead, you've earned every single bit of that with these first 3 cards that came out. You have earned every single bit of that. Let nobody tell you different. Let nobody take it from you. It's yours. And part of this journey and process is bringing you into that empowerment where you no longer feel that guilt or shame or I'm not being a humanitarian. No, you're realizing your own divinity, your personal empowerment, and what it takes to get to where you are, and that every person has to do it for themselves. We can only shine and hold the space for each other. Each one of us has to do the work emotionally, mentally, spiritually, regardless of the life that we were born into and what we've faced. It's up to us to, take those circumstances and make them work for us or allow them to work against us. And you've learned that, and you're learning that. And so after that is complete, you are a different person, and you will no longer reach down or tolerate that. It's equality or reaching up, okay? So those are your messages. I hope that this has helped bring you some clarity, understanding, and healing, and I am wishing you all the best. Take care.